Amen.
When did you get an interest in music?
Oh, geez, I got an interest in music when I was about you guys' age, maybe 9, 10 years old. And I started getting really involved. My mom was a singer. She sung what a great gospel singer called James Cleveland. And I would always hear her singing around the house, and she would always go on tours, and she would take us with her. So I got a chance to get exposed to a lot of music then, and I just fell in love with it.
Awesome.
Do you make,
Speak up.
do you make a lucrative career?
I mean, what?
Speak up.
Career. Do you have a lucrative? When you sing, is it like?
Oh, no. Believe it or not, I write a lot of songs. So, but I didn't go, that was like more of a hobby than a field. My career was corrections. I worked in the Department of Corrections as a sergeant. But on the sideline, music would be something if someone wanted me to write something, or they wanted me to help them put together some type of song, gospel song, then I can write.
Wonderful.
How long have you been performing music?
Oh, geez, since I was about 9. Yeah. Started with my mom.
What made you want to sing about gospel?
Because I grew up in a Christian home. My mom and dad, both of them were very strong Christians. And they didn't let me listen to any other music. So that was the only music I knew was gospel. It wasn't until I became maybe 16 or 17 years old before I realized other music was out there. But that by then, I was in love with gospel. Let me call you back. I'm doing another. Okay. Okay. I'm sorry.
Multitasking. No problem. No problem.
Yes, young man.
Do you write music for other people?
Wait, what?
Write music for other people?
Yeah. Yeah, as a matter of fact, I wrote a song that I just recently did on Sunday for someone at the Salvation Army. They did a program, and I composed a song of someone else's music, but I composed and made it into a Christian song.
What song? What song was that?
It's called Lord, You Are My Life,
Okay.
and it just deals with falling in love with God.
Was music your first career choice?
Always. Gospel music was always my love.
Did anybody inspire you to write music?
Yes. Listening to James Cleveland, which was a very old gospel singer. Your parents will know who that is. But listening to him, I was so inspired by it, and just to see how happy my mom was. Your parents ever sing around the house? You ever hear your parents singing around the house? Yeah, well, I'm probably 8 years old as your grandmother. And we sing doing the dishes and cleaning up, and that's how I started out here.
What is one of your favorite songs that you ever wrote?
Amazing Grace, which wasn't written by James Cleveland, but that's my favorite of most of all the songs. Amazing. Oh, and every move I make.
Yeah. Remember, me, Jim, and Cameron had solos.
Oh, how great thou art. Those were my 2 soloists during the day camp that we had at the Farmington Hills Salvation Army.
Oh.
They did a wonderful job up there, and hopefully they'll be there this year.
Who were your 2 soloists?
Kalan,
Kalan, okay.
Devyn were my soloist for How Great Thou Art.
Awesome. Okay, so that's the connection. That's how they.
Yes.
Okay, wonderful.
Yes, they did a wonderful job.
All right, Devyn. You may
Have
go
you
ahead.
ever had any live performances?
Yes, but that was years and years ago. I did something at Wayne State University, and I did a program I did one in Cleveland, Ohio, and I did one in Grand Rapids.
Wonderful.
And then those were all for graduations.
Oh.
Yeah.
Does anyone else have any questions or something that they would like to know or of our guest while we have the pleasure of her company? Who are the people in her group? In your group? Okay. Jamie?
Oh, does your music
It's okay. You need some more time? Okay. We'll come back. Kyron,
What age did you want to sing?
speak up, baby. Speak up.
What age did you want to sing?
What age did I want to sing at? That I started at? I guess I used to hear my mom. I guess I was about 3 when I was hearing my mom singing, and then I was maybe 9 or 10 when I started to try to sound like her. So I was really, and I couldn't really talk, but I could sing.
I can completely relate to everything you're saying. My parents, very spiritual, very heavy into the church. That's all we could listen to was gospel music,
Yes.
and it's my #1 love.
Yes.
I love it to this very day. I make music, gospel music. I like other genres of music as well, but
That's your heart.
that's right.
That's right.
Yes. So it's wonderful to relate and have that in common. Oh, I think Jalen's ready. You ready, Jalen?
Where did you,
It's okay.
Where did she?
where did you say your first song?
When did I
Okay.
sing my first song?
Good question.
In church. In church, I believe I was 16, and they had a program at our church, and it was like a lot of churches got together, and they asked me to do a song that I had wrote, and I did a song there.
Wow.
Like when you sad, do you sing?
Oh, that's when I sing the most. That's when I sing the most when I'm sad.
When you write songs, what do you think about?
When I write songs, I think about God and how I want to make him happy. So I think, what song would make God happy? And then I get a piece of paper and a pencil, and I start writing down all kinds of things. And then later I go back and try to make them rhyme so it sounds good in the song.
After this, can you like sing a little song for us?
I might have one of my songs in my phone that I did. Maybe if it's, I don't know, we'll play through, we'll see.
I can play it through the speakers.
Okay.
I can play it through the
No,
speakers.
I didn't have a band behind me. It was just a young man that wanted to play a song for me.
Okay.
And I made, maybe he's still on my phone.
We will be happy for anything you're willing to share.
Okay.
Emily?
Besides singing, were there any other career choices that you wanted to make?
You know, I was in the military, the National Guard, for a while.
Oh, wow.
And I sung in there when I was there. But ministry, I preach. I am a minister. So that was, I guess, even more than singing, would be ministering, just spreading God's word.
We'll take these last
Okay.
4, and then we'll listen to her music. Go ahead, Devyn.
Have your gospel music ever affected anybody to change their religion?
You know what? I believe so. I had some friends, they were Muslims. And we would all go out to dinner, and we would go different places. And one of them decided that they wanted to become a Christian after listening to me sing and writing music with me. So I did. It did influence their life.
How long have you been singing? Where's your ranking in the church?
How long I've been singing where?
Church, and where's your ranking?
Oh, I've been singing there for 5 years, and I'm called the Young People Sergeant Major.
Awesome. Crenshaw?
How does music affect you at home and your people you know?
You know what? I'm so grateful for music because I have a 13-year-old adopted son, and I have a 17-year-old. And just to get through some days with the kids, I need to sing.
Yes.
So it gives me my strength to get through those days.
I think, okay, our last
Oh,
one,
okay.
Jalen.
Have you ever played any instruments or is it just vocal?
You know what? I've always wanted to play the piano, and that's what I'm working at now. I'm learning how to play the piano.
All right.
Oh.
Did you want to? Literally, last one. Literally, last question.
What do you do before a show when you're nervous?
That's very
Oh,
good.
good question.
That's very
Go, Miss
good.
Michaela.
Physically, I have to take a deep breath in like we do with our exercise. I do a drill like I do with them, and then I pray. But I really have to loosen up the muscles by deep breath in, doing my scale, and doing my vocal exercise.
All right. Thank you so much. Let's give her a round of applause.